Hello and welcome to Veterans Info Tap. Thanks for making it to this one. This is a pretty short video, but I think that it needs to be talked about. So there's different levels of 100%. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm going to go through two, and basically the transition and how you can get there. 100% ratings, regular 100%, which would just be total, and then you have P&T, which you will see if you're Google searching around, looking at things, watching videos. That's permanent and total. There's a big difference between the two, and so a lot of additional benefits that come from moving over to the P&T status. Please like this video, share it with a friend. Way too many veterans have no clue what's out there, and this helps that algorithm and get the movement. And obviously, the word of mouth sharing with friends is really what it boils down to. So when it comes to your 100% rating, a lot of times what will happen will be is you may have a host of conditions. Let's say that you have 5 or 6, 7 different conditions that you're rated for, various ranges. You might have some 0%, you may have a 50, a 60, a 70, what have you, within your own personal rating. Now, you may get back your award letter from the VA and you see that it's 100%, and you may not even be clear if you're permanent and total or not. Two quick ways to figure out if you're 100% permanent and total or not is a permanent and total will state that you are able to have CHAMP VA for your dependents and spouse, which is a supplemental health insurance, which I'll talk about in another video. And then the other would be Chapter 35, an educational stipend. And those are the two kind of things that you will qualify for your spouse and dependents on the 100% permanent and total. And it'll be embedded there in the language within your letter from the VA. Now, if you have in that letter from the VA future exams on some of your conditions and you don't see any of that language regarding the CHAMP VA or the Chapter 35, then chances are you are not 100% permanent and total. You're just total 100%. Now, the difference between the two, obviously the 100% rating equates to pay. So your pay is going to be the same regardless of which one you're on. The risk with being not permanent, just being total, is that you have a future exam. That future exam, 3, 4, 5 years out, whatever it is, they're going to re-examine you for a specific condition because the VA feels as though it may get better. And if it gets better, they're going to reduce your rating. Now, a couple different things. A lot of conditions don't get better, and that's fine. They cannot lower your rating, which is fine. The one thing that I'll always suggest in this is continue to see the doctor. Don't just stop seeing a doctor because you got your VA rating and now you're waiting 5 years and then you show up and you don't have any medical records over the past 5 years. That's going to give them basically ammunition to go, look, you haven't even had to see the doctor. So let's make sure that we are continuing to document along the way. Now, as you look into any conditions that have a future rating, what you want to do is have conversations with your civilian doctor, have conversations with your VA doctor, whoever you're seeing, with regard to that condition being static. Now, static means that the VA sees no change, and that's really what they're looking for is static conditions. In some cases, what you may have, if you have a host of ratings, a big list of ratings, you might have one condition that is has a future exam. All the rest of them are static, and all the rest of them equate to 100% by themselves. And then you have this one floater out there that you have a future exam. In a situation like that, you can petition the VA and say, hey, look, without that condition that I have the future exam on, even if it went to 0, I would still be at 100%. So UVA should grant me permanent and total. So very important to know where you stand, because you could be essentially wasting time in limbo because the VA didn't catch that you should be 100% permanent and total. So you can go to your, and if that's not the case, if you literally are waiting for that one condition that has the future exam, you can have these conversations with your doctor about the fact that it is static, not getting better. Sometimes the VA is a little funky about writing you a letter, but if you have a civilian doctor that's willing to write you a letter, have them write a letter explaining that your condition is static and that it's not going anywhere, potentially going to get worse and what have you. If you are in need of getting to 100%, you could 100% permanent in total. You could possibly get in there and file that ahead of time before your future exam, your future CMP exam. And as a worst case scenario, you hit that CMP exam. Whenever they have it, you have that conversation about that the condition hasn't gotten better. You have the documentation from your doctor stating that it hasn't gotten better. And then as soon as that's deemed static, keep your eye on there, because you need to make sure that you are permanent in total when you qualify for it. Again, for all the different various benefits, whether it's state benefits, and I'll go into different videos about that stuff, but some states will offer real estate tax exemptions, license plate, a DMV type fees waived, motor vehicle fees waived, registration fees waived. In some cases, you'll get a handicap placard with that. For mobility issues, or just really for being at 100%. So there's a lot of different things besides the CHAMP VA, which is the health insurance, and the Chapter 35 educational tuition, which is about $1,300 currently per month. So with that, I'll go ahead and close it out. But really, just a quick, fast recap. Really, you're looking for static conditions, and in some cases, you may already rate for permanent and total without having your future exam on an additional condition. So just make sure, do the monkey math and figure it out and see if you already rate. That's a personal experience for myself. So I actually had that situation. So in any case, have a great one. Please like it, share it. Remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong. Have a great one.